All right, so this is my first year of dropshipping. Really, I've tried it before for around 5 years, but this is my first successful year of dropshipping. It's been a little bit over a year, but here today, I want to give you a little bit of what I would do and what I wouldn't do, and what I've learned, really, what I've learned in 1 year of dropshipping. So the first one, I want to tell you, you need some money, okay? You can't just start with $0, okay? I've done a video before where my title was like a little bit clickbaity, saying like how to start dropshipping with $0. And to be honest, I did that because it was just a clickbait, and I watched all these videos that got a lot of views, and I get it. You want to start dropshipping with, like, you may have no money and you want to start, but it's kind of impossible, like, sure, there are ways to do it with organic dropshipping and doing your content yourself and this and that, but you will need money. So even if you start selling, you will eventually need money, quick and a lot if you want to scale. So the first thing I've learned in this year is that you need money. If you start, you need money to scale, even more money. So to get started, you really only need a little bit of money, I don't know, like 1,000, 2,000, depends on how much you try and stuff, right? And if you want to buy a course and this and that, but you really need some money, okay? And as more money, as better. And as more money you have, as more is your chances to succeed. And once you get to a certain amount, let's say 10,000, you will need a lot of money to scale. So it's a constant cash flow thing, you know what I mean? And you will feel how I felt is, for a long time, you make a lot of money, but you don't really have money because you have to put it back, and then there's a lot of things going on. So the first thing is you will need money, okay? The second thing is that it's actually difficult. It's not as easy as everyone says it is, Like all these videos on YouTube, like, I did dropshipping in 30 days and I made this and that amount. Like, this is bullshit, honestly. Like, it's not that easy. Look, I've done quite a bit now this year. I mean, I can put it on the screen. Look, what is that? Like almost 800,000 this year. And in total, I started September. So in total, it's around 900 almost now. I've done it in a year, but I've tried it for 5. You know what I mean? Like, and on and off, obviously, I'm not saying I was sitting here 5 years constantly trying. That would be a lie. Who can fucking do that? We all have jobs. We all have things to do in between. Like, we're trying to escape that shit, that shit 9 to 5. So obviously we can't sit there nonstop working on dropshipping. But I've tried for 2-3 months, then I stopped for 2-3 months, and I tried again, on and off for like literally 5 years. So it's not that easy. You can't just take a like product and like it's gonna work out. It's like, this is all just clickbait and all bullshit, okay? So if you commit and if you really give everything for 3 months, you get your first sales, you get started, and you can succeed. But don't think it's easy, It may be easier than other things, but same as YouTube, same as affiliate, same as everything, it's not easy, okay? You have to put the work in, and you have to really dial in a way, and you have to find your own way to do it. If you start, get into it with the mindset of, I'm going to work hard and I'm going to work a lot to make this shit work, and I don't give up, okay? Now, for the next thing, I have to put on my glasses because you'll find out why. It's a bit embarrassing, but it is true. You have to sell garbage if you start. You have to lower your ethics a little bit. It's a bit controversial, I guess, and honestly, I don't want to sell garbage, and I don't anymore, a little bit, But look, man, what we are selling is from China, and it's cheap shit from China, basically. So they have good products, but in the beginning, when you start out, you can't afford the good products. You can't afford good packaging. You can't afford like unique products or branding or anything. So what you basically have to do is massively overpromise and massively underdeliver. And There's just a fact. Some products are better than others, but in the end of the day, you know what I mean? In the end of the day, if it really comes down to it, it's garbage. And it's a really, really shit feeling in the beginning, you know? And I think, truly, this is the reason why I couldn't succeed 5 years prior when I tried. Because I wanted to do it right. I wanted to do it good. I didn't want to sell garbage. You know what I mean? I wanted to find the good one. I wanted to find products that I think are cool. I think are useful. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, but those products unfortunately don't work. Unfortunately, you know, it's almost like the customers want the shitty products. Like, I mean, they don't want the shitty products, but they want a quick fix. You know what I mean? And there's no such thing in most cases. So you really have to lower your ethics in the beginning. Look, now I've been taking the money I'm making and reinvesting to make the products better. You know what I mean? And this will make you feel good and make you happy. Like, better packaging is already one thing where you're like, fuck yeah. And then you put labels on, and then you maybe even create your own products, you know, and you get a higher quality product. So, but in the beginning, to start out, I think a mindset of like, I don't give a fuck, I want to make money and I want to make it out of here, like, it's not bad to have. And you know, it's better than selling drugs or some shit. So I don't know where you're coming from, but I mean, selling some, we by the way, we all bought some garbage shit products before. Like, I've bought products, they arrived, I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? You know? And now what are you going to do? Some people send them back. Some people just think, fuck it. Like, obviously, like, I bought this shit for $20. Like, how did I even expect this to be good? You know? But anyway, like, this actually ties into my next point. And I can take my glasses off for that because it's about competition. And we have to look eye to eye to the competition. You know what I mean? Look, man, this ties really good in. So your competition is ruthless. They do not give a fuck. If you think you don't give a fuck, like what products you sell and shit, like I am now, like I'm a year in it, right? And obviously my kind of like sensitivity for it went down, like way lower than when I started. You know, now I'm like, just test this product. Fuck, you know, like if they complain, give a refund, whatever. You know, like I'm more like, less sensitive to it. But if you start out and you think you're super ruthless, think about the people who are in dropshipping for 5 years, man. Bruv, they don't give a flying fuck. They sell everything. You know what I mean? Bro. And I also say that from like kind of like first-hand experience of like meeting people and talking a little bit. They don't really, I said before, like in my other videos, no one will ever tell you their products. If they do, you know it's not their product. I've done that before, you know. People are like, you're talking with people and you don't want to be an asshole, you know, and you're like, I sell this and that, but you actually don't. Or you sell like you say like the absolute like fucking broad niche you're in, you know, so that they have no idea. So anyway, so your competition is ruthless. So if you want to really make it and if you want to be able to compete, you have to be ruthless too. And especially at the start, like you have to, you know, like I said, go all in, under deliver, just like, it sounds so bad, but it's the truth, you know? You have to sell products that sell the dream, like that may not work and this and that. So if you want to hear more about that, like I may be able to tell a bit more, just comment and I'll make another video about that. The other thing is that, like I just said, I talk to a lot of people in dropshipping, in e-commerce and stuff. I connected a bit. And, you know, no one really knows what they're doing. I'm telling you. Like, I know a lot of people sell courses and this and that, and they can help, like I said before, and maybe like they're good guide to get started, maybe, but no one really knows. There's no A to Z book that you can read and then do it and then, succeed. It's like, it's almost like a little bit of a creative job. You know what I mean? You need intuition, you need creativity, and you need to try. You need to do your own way, So yes, you can get inspired. Yes, you can watch videos about it and like get tips and here and there, but you really have to try to do it your own way. You know what I mean? So this way you create something new and people can feel it, They get on your homepage, and if you use like some shrine theme, which is, I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but like it's also kind of garbage because they're like stealing your data and they're drop shippers, right? So like when you're successful with Shrine, the people at Shrine know that you're successful with what products, and they just copy you. So facts, I don't give a shit. So no one really knows what they're doing, so just try more, and try to give products a different angle. Try to like just do it your own way. And I say try as an advice, but I'm really saying that's what I did. You know what I mean? So I'm just talking it this way. The easiest way, that's another point, the easiest way, what I found out now, and this doesn't really come from experience, but it comes from people I saw starting and trying. The easiest market to start in is Europe, like Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, those kind of Sweden, those countries. There are a lot of people who actually make videos about that, and I think that's quite true. I think Europe is like always behind, and if you make a shop in their language, like in Dutch or in fucking whatever, and you make it look like it's a proper fucking Swedish brand or Belgian brand, then your chances are higher. Don't start in the US. Like, forget about it at all, like, honestly. And I tried that before. I don't know why people give that advice to start like targeting like all English speaking countries and then just see what sticks. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me, like it's just weird. So that's basically it. In a year now, this is what I've learned really, and that you can't really trust anyone. And I wanted to do a separate video about it because I thought about this today, this networking myth, like you have to network, you have to connect. I don't really agree with that at all, and especially not in dropshipping, because it's ruthless, it's highly competitive, and they all want to sell. And if they see what sells, they sell it. Bro, if I tell you my product now and you're like, I will never sell it, bro. Like, no, bro, it's yours. I will never know. Even if you don't, I may think he does, like you do. You know what I mean? Like, because you can just do it behind like closed doors, different account, different everything. Like, I would literally never know. In 3 months, there's a competitor that fucks me up and I'm like, fuck, like I would never know it's you, So networking and dropshipping and e-commerce in general, man, what you need is maximum a handful of good friends or business partners, and you don't need a network, It's if you have a network like with really, really good people, a lot of good people, then fine. But I'm 33 years old, and I have a handful of friends, and I've met a lot of people, and they all want to get their bread, and they all want to get ahead in life. So it's competitive out here. So just do your own thing, trust in yourself, and use your own intuition and creativity, and fucking be ruthless, man. And like I said before, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, see you on the next one, man. Subscribe, like, and thank you.